Good morning, everybody, and again to our first responders out there that continue to do their job day in, day out. Thank you so much to all of our hospitals, to all the workers that have to come in to keep us moving in the right direction. Thank you as always. Can't thank you enough there. And to everyone else who's doing their job, thank you. So as this morning, we are now at 864. 864. We jumped up 80 from yesterday. We have 746 people under mandatory quarantine, 42 people under precautionary quarantine. As I said, yesterday was 784. Part of the reason the uptick is for a couple reasons. Tests are coming back that we've been testing. We're aggressively testing. And another factor that, unfortunately, there's more nursing homes, patients going to the hospitals. So that's the other reason. But it was an uptick overnight of 80 positive cases. So Shaker Place, our nursing home, is now at 39 residents who have tested positive and 15 employees. Like I said, we have been aggressively on top of this since day one, continue to be aggressively on top of it. And obviously, we have the fortunate of, we've been doing a $90 million addition up at our nursing home. So we have extra floors that are vacant where we are spacing the residents out to not just protect the residents, but protect the workers. So I want to say my heart goes out to all the workers out there and to the families that have loved ones and our residents that are our fabric of our community, that are our people and our family. So we're doing everything to the best of our ability, but this is something not just on a state level, on a national level, that we all been dealing with and continue to deal with, and we'll continue to stay on top of it. Also, as of today, 1,960 people have completed quarantine in Albany County. Out of that, 473 that tested positive for the virus have recovered at the number I just gave you. So that's, it's 473 people that have recovered from it. 34 people are in the hospital, and with a hospitalization rate of 3.94. That's going to change by tomorrow because, like I said, there has been an uptick, but it's hard to try to keep up. That's why I was trying to get the exact number before I came down here, but couldn't get it in time for this. So that will be changed probably in the upwards number tomorrow. 7 adults still in ICU as of today. That hasn't changed. And, and then our mobile testing that we launched, as of yesterday, I told you there was over 370 people that have come in and get tested. Now we've done about 433 tests with our Albany site, and out of that, 76 people were from Ward of Elite, and 357 people were done tested here in the city of Albany. And we got to break that down with residents of the city of Albany versus, like I said, we've been helping out our neighbors in Rensselaer County and Greene and other. We got people that are coming here, which should, we're trying to direct to you, Albany, because this is really a walk-up clinic. It's not supposed to be you can drive your car, but we're trying to help. When we're in Ward of Elite, it's close to Rensselaer County, and working with Steve McLaughlin and his people and Tony Jaginski in Schenectady. We're a partnership, and we're in this together. And people have to remember this. We're in this together, and we're working together. And the way we're going to get out of this is continue working together in a partnership. So I want to thank them too. Please don't forget about that. We have a new schedule this week is up on our website for testing sites in Gahoes. We're going to be doing one in the city of Gahoes this time. You can go to albanycounty.com and click it on, and you can see the coronavirus information page and the testing and result labs. So we have all that up there for you. And please, I want to remind people, if you want an appointment, it's area code 518-465-4771, 465-4771. In the Colony drive-through at Rite Aid, I was talking to Supervisor Paul Mahan. That's going well. We're checking at the numbers there. That's going really well. And they've been a really good partner, and I can't thank Rite Aid for working with us on this in FEMA. So I can't thank FEMA. I got to thank them too. So thank you for everything that you're doing. And especially thank you to the governor and his team that have you Albany up and running, that are aggressively testing too. And we will be announcing other sites that we'll be doing mobile testing at next week. And again, it's a partnership because I represent the whole county, and we got to make sure we hit every area of the county that people don't have transportation or means to get a bus. We don't want you taking a Lyft or Uber to these sites, so we want to make sure that we're addressing these issues and getting it done. This question keeps coming up, and I don't know how many times I can say this. We can't test you if you have no signs and symptoms. We can't test you because you just want to see if you have it. I wish we had the testing ability to do that. I know the governor and his people are working on that, and once that happens and we can start doing mass testing, trust me, we'll do it. We just can't afford to do it right now. We're lucky to be doing the testing levels that we're at. And as you will tell, our numbers are going up, and they're going to go up higher than most other places because of the aggressive testing that we're doing and staying on top of it. Some of the other questions I got was on the nursing home, and listen, it's reported differently, and I'm not going to get into that. You can talk to the Department of Health how they want stuff reported. If you're a resident of my nursing home, regardless if your loved one passes away, that's our person, man. That's our person, and you know, we're just giving up-to-date numbers and trying to be aggressive because our heart goes with our residents and unfortunately to the 31 people that passed away. So you know, it's our county building, and we're taking pride in Shaker Place and the job that they're doing day in and day out. I just mentioned Rite Aid. Please remember, self-isolation and practice social distancing is what's working, slowing it down. Yes, it is here though. The other thing is you know, the business community, and I have Maureen McGinnis with me to talk about it from the chambers in the town of Bethlehem. She's the president. But one of the other things came to my attention, and I think it was Rick Carlin from the TU wrote a story today on it, on Spectrum. I will be talking to David Soares today, our district attorney. If you know, early on, we established the you know, that committee to look at price gouging and that stuff. The fact that the Spectrum has raised their prices up 20% in this epidemic, the fact that they're supposed to be leaving small businesses up and running, whether or not they can pay their bill and they're shutting them off, is a tragedy. And unfortunately, they're the biggest game in town. Unfortunately, you know, they're the only big company, and now that they're going to raise rates in a time when people need relief, is crazy. At least I can say NIMO, who I think, you know, too, overcharges us, but at least they're holding the prices on raising the rates, and they went back to the original rates so they can help people get through it. That's a partnership. Spectrum is trying to make money. So I will have a nice conversation with David Soares today, see what we can do on that, and Sheriff, and look at price gouging, because we are taking that serious when people are trying to make money off of people that now, unfortunately, can't get out. Now you want to charge them more money to have to watch that cable TV. Thank you, Spectrum. Thank you for being a good partner. But Maureen McGinnis, please.
Thanks, Dan, for having me here. So I'm Maureen McGinnis. I'm president of the Bethlehem Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber and the town of Bethlehem surveyed our businesses to see what the impact was from the pandemic. 95% of our businesses reported a negative economic impact. 44% said they're in danger of closing. 46% have already laid off employees. 34% of the businesses reported supply chain problems, ranging from an increase on prices of their supplies to delays in shipping time. The businesses that participated in the survey were very diverse. So I think people tend to think of Main Street retail and restaurant. Of our participants, restaurants were only 5% of those responding, and retail was 11%. The other participants in the survey did have agriculture businesses, construction, manufacturing, wholesale, finance and insurance, real estate and rental, professional services, healthcare and social assistance, arts and entertainment, accommodations, and then we had, you know, some unique businesses as well respond. We had follow-up conversations with several of the participants of the survey, and some reported that they cannot continue past June with the way things are. We had recently a virtual coffee talk with our members, and our members are scared about what's going to happen with their business, and also how will they open up? Can their business survive in a post-pandemic world? So those are some of the highlights.
Thank you. And again, it's a different world that we're in, and businesses are going to have to adapt and change. And Maureen, thank you for your leadership with the chambers, but thank you for your leadership for businesses. And we have to be they're our backbone of our community. They're the ones that pay the taxes. They're the ones that put our kids get the first experience to get a job. So we have to be there from them. Someone said to me, love Channel 13 in your comments. They always get back to me. That I had a hard time saying it's hard to share good news. It is. When you're talking about people dying, yes, it is hard to sit there and go from, hey, someone passed away to, hey, we got some good news. It's hard. It's not easy for me. So to the people that keep saying that to me, yeah, no, it is hard. It's hard in this time, but we have to take a step back, take a deep breath. Like I said, this is a marathon, not a sprint, and the world's changed. So we have to find that balance, and it's not easy at times. So it's not easy. But I do want to say this. I want to give a big thank you to the First Responders Children's Foundation and Mass Project and Aspire Technology Partnership for donating to us several thousand surgical masks that will be delivered to our first responders. Aspire's local office is here on the South Campus here in Albany. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this. They stepped up, as other companies are stepping up to continue to do good things for us. So thank you for being a good partner in Albany County. And, you know, it's another good thing that's going on is our regional Immigration Assistance Center that I started like 4 years ago. We just found out that we got rewarded another contract for 4 years to the tune of $1.6 million grant to continue to do what's best. And it's just not, we just don't represent Albany County. We represent the other 12 counties going up to the Canadian border with immigration issues, and those who, you know, who obviously have had problems in the court system or having legal issues trying to keep their immigration status or get their immigration status. And it's, you know, about communications with attorneys and judges on the rights and procedures of that. So to our immigration department, that was great news that we got yesterday, that we are going to continue on what we're doing there. So thank you. When it comes to educating and training and language support, it's very, very important. So thank you. And we're one of 6 other counties in the state of New York that got the grant. As always, I want to put up our mental health line 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You know the number, 518-269-6634. So please call that number for anything. Don't, you know, listen, if you got anything in your mind, call them. That's what they're there for. To the volunteers and to the workers that have been answering the lines, thank you. Same thing with the 211 and also everyone else that's been helping us out. Thank you, thank you. We'll get through this, being good residents of Albany County, working with each other and leaning on each other. We're resilient, and we're going to get through this, people.